So continuing on from the last video, I was working on the comfrey here. I was soaking the comfrey. So again, just to show you that once it's completely soaked, then I'll put that on a drip tray, and then the plant can take up the water as it needs it. I've also just soaked the celeriac here. So basically these were little transplants of celeriac that we're getting ready to put out into the field, and it is really important that before you transplant out into the field that you water the transplants really well, because when they go out into the field, they probably won't get as much attention as they would if it was on a propagation bench, so you're not going to get to them every couple of hours. And in addition, once you have them out there, like depending on the weather pattern, they mightn't necessarily be watered every day. So, and it's not that they need to be watered every day, but once you're putting it into the ground and it's not stressed, then it gives the plant a better start. So I have soaked all of those pots, and they'll be ready to be transplanted at some point today. Now, in addition, lads, if you have potted plants around the place, another way to try and conserve water is to put a mulch on the top of them. So these are just some trees, and I also have, with the comfrey here, I'll put some bark mulch on it. So again, I soak this really well, and then I just put it's really well composted wood chippings on top, and so the soil underneath won't dry out. Now this will dry out on top, but then you just add your water and it should keep the bottom, the root section of the pot, really dry. If you look at this courgette, this is also ready to go out in the ground. So I've soaked this very well, so you can see the colour. It's good now. I just soaked it and it's ready to go out into the ground outside. And once it goes into the ground, then I will give it a deep watering. And once the water goes down into the soil that depth, it should be able to, it'll be able to survive. And then I'll probably water it maybe once or twice a week, depending on if we get rain or if we don't get rain. But again, it's really important to keep your plants, to give them enough water, but at the same time not to waste water, to be conservative with it and to water correctly.